Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Amanda and I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious, easy gravy to go along with your roast chicken. And if you're making mashed potatoes like I am in the Instapot, it's a perfect gravy for that. So in my last video, I made a roast chicken and here it is. So I'm going to take this and set it aside for a minute and we'll get started on making a gravy. All right, so I assembled some ingredients. This is really simple. We are going to start with some butter in our skillet. And I'm just going to get like a couple of chunks. All right, so we're going to let that melt, and then we are going to add some flour to it after the butter has a chance to get going here. So I have been smelling this roast chicken all day. It is a low and slow method, just like Grandma used to make, Sunday roast dinner type of recipe or method. So it's been cooking for like almost 3.5 hours. It's the house. I wish you could smell along with me. And then, like I said, I got mashed potatoes going to be going through and some green beans, not green beans, we're going to do boiled peas. I like peas and mashed potatoes. I don't know why. But it's a snow day here in Portland, or I'm just north of Portland. And so, okay, I'm adding a couple tablespoons of flour. You want an equal amount of fat to flour. Yeah, so it's a snow day, so it's a perfect day to just have a meal that's just kind of cooking in the background while I'm going about doing random things around the house. Okay, so if your flour clumps up like this, that means that you didn't put enough fat in it. So you can add some more butter. I just grabbed a little bit of olive oil, and what you want is a kind of looser paste like this. A little bit more actually, just a little bit. I mean, it is gravy, right? Okay, so I'm not sure how to show you this on the camera, but what I've got is my roast chicken. Where's my other little thingy-mabobber? Oh, it's behind the flour. Okay, so I've got my roast chicken. Let me back this camera up. Okay, it's probably gonna cut my head off, but, oh, actually, it's pretty good. Okay, so I got my roast chicken, and I'm going to get a ladle. If you have one of those really cool, what are they called? It's got a bulb at the end with a tube, and it sucks the juices up. I need to get another one of those. I keep forgetting to buy one. My last one, woo! Okay, I'm gonna lower the heat. My last one that I had broke like a day after I bought it. So I'm ladling in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 spoons of the chicken drippings. And I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna lower this now. I'm gonna add some salt. Oh, I don't know why I got the butter out. I'm gonna add some salt and a little bit of pepper. And then I'm gonna grab some milk from the refrigerator. Actually, okay, let me show you because this is kind of important. You see how much grease is on the edge there? That means that I did too much fat. And so I don't want my gravy to be oily. So I'm gonna add a little bit more flour, which just means I'm making a lot more gravy than I really need, but that's okay. I'd rather it to taste good. I want, there we go. I don't want that it was just too much fat. Okay, let me grab my milk. And then You can add heavy cream if you want to go all out. All right, and then I'm going to slowly work this in because I don't want lumps. Ooh, splashing it. So gravy can be tricky, but it's really not complicated. It's you want to get your ratio of fat and flour correct and flavor. So, if I was just to add milk without that chicken, those chicken drippings, then this would be incredibly bland. So you need those chicken drippings so the gravy has, oh, I left the refrigerator open. I hear it beeping. You need those chicken drippings for your gravy to have flavor. My dog is telling me that this dinner is smelling really good because he's over by his bowl asking for his dinner. He usually only does that when he wants to taste whatever we're eating, which we don't give him people food very often. Oh, look at this. This is really good. Okay, so now you're just wanting to get the right texture, and then we're going to taste it for seasoning. So you could also add a little bit more just chicken stock. I'm not adding too much more of the drippings because they're very full of fat, and I don't want my gravy to be too greasy. Okay, so this actually is a really nice thick consistency. I'm going to give it a taste. I'm guessing it's going to need more salt, but we'll see. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's interesting. I put an orange in the cavity of the chicken when I was roasting it, and there's just this like very, very, very subtle background flavor of orange to this gravy. It sounds weird, but it actually tastes good. A little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Watson, you can get some of your, we call them nummy nums. Do you have a funny name for your dog's food? Nummy nums. All right, let's give this another taste. That's so good. Okay, so then at the very, very end, the last thing I do, I did just go ahead and turn it off because I don't want it to keep thickening up. And I'm not quite ready to serve this, so right before dinner, I'll rewarm it, and if it thickens up a little bit more, I'll either add another splash of milk or another splash of water. But I'm just adding just now a little pat of butter right at the end, or you could add just a little bit more of those drippings, and that will kind of gloss up the gravy. But I mean, it was just a tiny little pat. So good. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you learned anything or if you just enjoyed it, please hit the subscription button down below. It doesn't cost anything, but it lets me know that you enjoyed watching, and it will put my content back into your suggested feed. So again, I appreciate you taking the time to spend a little bit of time with me, and I will see you next time we get cooking.